30% increase. I always wanted a thing called tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Toon here again. This time, as I normally do, each month I do a pickup video, and this is my latest pickups. So we'll start with a few consoles. Say this month, not really buying that much this month, even though it does look like I did. Because Play Expo and Eurogamer was last weekend, which was fantastic, and Play Expo on a week on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to perhaps picking up some interesting stuff. So I hopefully get a video going of that Play Expo. It's starting to look pretty awesome. So what we'll start off with, first one I picked up this month, as you may have seen in my cleaning video, is the PS1. And I can see, you know, get a nice little top in it, wherever. Have a look. This is the actual original model of the PS1 with the extra connectors at the back. The one is a little bit more desirable. Works perfect. The CD drive, I don't know if you can see in there, the CD drive has moved because I think it used to be over here originally. But yeah, picked that up, bought it in a charity shop for £5. Works perfect. Unfortunately it's not chipped, would be nice, but it works perfect. I couldn't really resist that for £5. So that was pickup number one. Pickup number two is a little bit more interesting, is that. And that is a Japanese Dreamcast, which I had off one of my mates who was didn't really get on with the Dreamcast, so he was getting rid of it. Never owned a Dreamcast, but what he did buy this one originally and forgot to plug it in a step down and blew the power supply on it on the inside. But I, lucky enough, had a PAL Dreamcast power supply in my box of parts for probably about 10 years, maybe longer. And I went down there and fixed it. I changed the power board out and changed this. So it's a Japanese machine, but it's got a UK power board. So basically you just plug straight into our main sockets and works. Works perfect. There's a really nice nick. Bit dirty over there. Oh no, sorry, it's a bit of fluff. Bit of fluff over there. But yeah, really good nick. Works perfect. Good pickup, I think. I managed to grab myself a bargain with that for £10. So he wanted to get rid of it. So for £10, I couldn't really say no. As you may have remembered in my video on books, the Hardcore 101 gaming site, which is basically www.hardcoregaming101.net, have released another book. And as you can see here, it's a Castlevania book. So it might be a little bit awkward for me to show you the inside, but it's a Castlevania book, and it's got the entire history of all the Castlevania games. If I go on the back, you might be able to see there all the games that it has. Plus it has there's a really interesting feature at the back of a load of Japanese PC sort of Castlevania clones that came out, like Dojin type clones, and some of them look really good. So if I give you a little bit of a look in the book, as you can see, it's like the other one. You know, it's got a really nice artwork. I really need to invest in some sort of stand, but as you can see, it's, you know, it's got lovely artwork on it. It's got lots of the history. That's the original one. If I flick a few pages forward. Yeah, so you got Castlevania, bit awkward to show. Castlevania 4 there. Let me do it like that. You got Castlevania 4 as it keeps going all the way through. Basically, I don't know if I can show it this way. So it's a bit hard to show you the screenshots, but yeah. I'll go back to the one hand. It's got a lot of the Castlevania artwork and stuff in here from various games. This is from Dawn of Sorrow, which was fantastic. And as you can see, it's got lots of stuff. And if I just take a magazine a minute and show you at the back, it's got lots of the artwork and that in here as well. And at the back, it's got this whole section by here, which is basically assorted cameos. You got various cameos with Dracula characters and all that, and then there's another section a bit further into the magazine about the Japanese games that came out, which are not in the Castlevania thing. Like if you go, I don't know if you can see that. That's the Master System, Master of Darkness, which is a pretty cool Castlevania clone. And it goes into some of the Dojin games like Rusty, which is on the PC-88, and that's supposed to be pretty good. And there's lots of other stuff, so I may try and get hold of some of these games, because some of them actually look really good. So you got a bit from Lord of Shadows 2. Like I say, you got the nice artwork of all the characters and everything. So if you like Castlevania, go on Amazon and pick this up. You can get this at the moment for £17 delivered. I can see it's a pretty thick book. Pretty nice cover on it. Really loads of information. It's got lots of the Castlevania lore and all that type of thing. So that's the Castlevania book I picked up. Right in. Next thing, I haven't done a huge amount of videos lately because I've been a bit busy doing one other thing. These are a bit modern games, but I'll show you. In Eurogamer, I picked myself up Wolfenstein on the PS4, brand new for £20, which is pretty damn good price. Like, I haven't even seen second-hand games going for that price yet, and I haven't played it as yet. I've put it on. It looks very, very nice. It just pretty much looks like the PC one, up full at 60 frames a second. So can't fault it. A cool first-person shooter, which I'll get into when I've got a bit of time. So there was that. Like I was saying, the reason I haven't done any videos, I bought myself this Destiny on the PS4. When I played the beta, I was thinking, yeah, this game is going to be Game of the Year. It's come out. It took a long time for the reviews to come out, and it's got very mixed reviews. There's people giving it reviews from 3 out of 10, which is crazy, to 6 out of 10, to 9 out of 10, to 10. So consensus seems to be at the moment is a 7 out of 10, which, to be honest, that seems a bit mad, because this is a really damn good game. I'm currently pretty much addicted to it. I can't stop playing it. It's fantastic. I think people got into playing this. I think they got the idea into their heads that Destiny was going to be a proper MMO / RPG first-person shooter, and which it sort of is, but really it's an open world shooter that happens to have RPG elements and MMO elements to it. And I think people were expecting a little bit too much from it, but I'm just, a couple of mates are playing it with me as well. I'm just finding the game pretty fantastic, and I can't stop playing it at the moment. In fact, I'm gagging to play it as it is now. But from what I've played, I would definitely give it 9 out of 10. It's really good. It's got a lot to go back to, and I haven't really got into playing the multiplayer. Like the deathmatch COD type thing. I haven't even got into playing that yet. But there seems to, and Bungie are adding more stuff to it. Each week they've added stuff to this so far, and they're adding more stuff pretty much all the time. So, but yeah, Destiny, I recommend it. I think the reviews are just overly harsh. I can understand where a lot of people were expecting a full-on RPG, which it isn't. And a lot of people were expecting a roll-on story, but they've set it up as you play the game, you unlock grimoires, which are like books about the story. But the only way to view these grimoires is go to the app on your phone or go on the website. So Bungie had done it, so you go back to the website and you research and look up in it. Maybe they should have put an option to have a look at it in game and read it in game. Perhaps that would have been a better idea, which will give you more idea about the story. But as for shooting mechanics, it's fantastic. It's pretty much refined Halo in full, open world type gameplay, first person shooter, doing missions. I love it, and I can't stop playing it. So maybe once I've played it a fair amount of time, I'll start getting back to doing videos. But this is responsible for me not doing the videos. Anyway, harping enough on about that. Next one is a PS3. These games I'd ordered a little while ago, and I was waiting for them to come out. So this is Ketsui, or Ketsu, whichever you want to go, which is a cave shmup. Considered by many to be one of the hardest and one of the best cave games. It is pretty cool. it came out on the Xbox, but it's region locked, which is a shame. But this version isn't. It's region free, so get it for your PS3s and you can play in any region you want. It says Japan only, so you have to buy it. It's basically a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up with two like helicopters. And if you played the cave games, I suppose you know what to expect, but with different scoring. And it is pretty excellent. And I'm loving it so far. So yeah, if you're into cave games and you've got a British Xbox and can't play this, and you've got a PS3, go and get yourself Ketsui. Or Ketsu, whichever you want to pronounce it. So that's the last one. I don't know, the only other games I've got this month is I've got quite a few Famicom stuff, so I'll run through it. First is this. I didn't particularly get this month, but I haven't showed anyone yet. It's a 118-in-1 Famicom card. It looks like a plain card, but this is a pretty cool card. It's got things like Super Contra on it, it's got Gradius, it's got Mario, it's got some of the old games. It's got quite a lot of games in there, and I think I'll probably do a video on this, showing you some of the games and running through the cartridge, like I did with my other multi-cart. But this one's a really nice multi-cart. It's pretty much got almost all the games in my other one, plus a lot of new stuff. Pretty cool, like, you know, it's worth having just for the bloody Contra games and Gradius. So that's the first Famicom game I had. So I'll put that there. Second one, I picked up this, which is Valkyrie, well, Legend of Valkyrie, the British one's called. I don't know whether this came out here, but this is, there was a PC Engine release there. This is a sort of over-the-top angled sort of, I'm not sure if it's an adventure game or sort of action game. It's a bit weird. I haven't quite worked out what you've got to do. I know you can run around hit things, but that's about it. So, seems interesting. I need to sort of play it a bit more. My mate had a load of games in a, he bought a lot from Japan, and there was some adventure games and that, and he just didn't want them. So he said, oh, I can have them if you want. They're pretty much always unplayable, but I thought I'd have them anyway. Even though that's got, I don't know if you can see it, that's got a pretty cool artwork sticker on it. Anyway, this is Kataro something 2. It's a adventure game apparently, so pretty much probably unplayable. I haven't tried it. There's another one of the adventure games I off him, which is one of the Peach Boy games. No idea what that is either. I need to try these games out. There's another one by here. According to this one, it says Hutu Gotsu, the Final Simulation. So I'm assuming this is some sort of Japanese simulation game. I have no idea what that is, but it has some freaky looking Jap guy. Well, not giving you the bird, but giving you the peace sign. So something 2, whatever that is. This one is what's it called? Saint. I can't remember exactly. Saint something is called. Saint Seiya, I think it's called, which is a platform game / adventure game. You sort of run round, and when you punch something, it goes into this like adventure game mode where you do stuff. I'm really not sure what's going on, to be honest, but I'll have to give it another go and try and work it out. This is a few, it's a few Famicom cards. Dragon Ball Z 3 on the Famicom, which is a turn-based game, which is quite odd for a Dragon Ball game, but there's that. Right, and now on to the decent Famicom games I picked up this month. I picked up this. Ooh. This is Salamander, Japanese Salamander on the Famicom. Pretty cool see-through blue cartridge. That's what it comes with. You can see the circuit board inside, see? As you can see. Pretty nice, very nice shoot 'em up on the Famicom. Really nice cartridge. Unfortunately it's not boxed. Box would have been good. But yeah, it's definitely a keeper. That's a goodie. And to go with Nemesis, I picked up a boxed Gradius 2. This is pretty much in perfect condition. Comes in a nice plastic box. It comes in a nice shiny case of it, as you can see there. And if I open this up and show you the nice condition this is actually in. So you can see that the box and everything is in lovely condition. And see when you open the cartridge, it's got even got the little things in it. It's got the cartridge is in really nice condition. So yeah, I'll put that there for now. That's Gradius. Gradius 2. Fantastic. Been after that. And the one by last, I also picked up a boxed image fight on the Famicom as well, which is a ARM shoot 'em up. This is not a bad conversion considering. Not as good as the PC Engine version, but you know, it's not going to be, is it really? But it's pretty nice. And like I said, it hasn't got a plastic cover, but this one is in pretty sweet nick as well, to be honest. And the cartridge is very nice. So there's that. And I do like my shmups, as you may have noticed. And the last thing I picked up, I was in Eurogamer, and I don't know what it is lately. I've started collecting gaming related plush toys. I don't know why, I've got a few hanging around here, but I don't know why, I seem to be getting into sort of plush toys for some reason. But anyway, I couldn't resist. They had a couple there I was dying to get, but I had to get that. And that's Bub from Bubble Bobble. How cool is that? Couldn't say no. Couldn't say no to that. And if you squeeze his bollocks, at least if you used to, he makes noises if you squeeze his bar. So, if you squeeze him in the bollocks, he makes noises. But I sit him on top of the grader. So how cool is that? I wouldn't mind Bob now, the blue one, but maybe if I see somebody else. But unfortunately, it was a little bit pricey, and it cost me 20 quid. But I wanted the two, but I wasn't really willing to spend 40 quid on kids' toys. But maybe if I see it, maybe if it's at Play Expo, maybe I'll pick one up. I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's it. I said the last thing I will say right at the end is I've had an email off Play Expo to say what's there this year. So if I would quickly get my emails up just to give you an idea what's actually there this year. It's sounding pretty amazing this year. It sounds like they've got a lot of stuff. According to this, they've got a huge indie zone with 25 indie studios, bringing over 30 different games. So that should be interesting. They're doing over 250 arcade machines and pinball tables. I think they're trying to make the biggest private arcade in Europe. They've got over, this time, this is an interesting one, they've got over 80 PS4 consoles. They're all ready to play all the new next gen titles, which is pretty awesome. They're having talks and stuff with industry developers and all that. So it sounds like Play Expo is getting bigger and wider. They're going for a bit of a wider audience. And they're going for Europe's largest expo display of over 500 classic consoles and computers. They're having careers in gaming advice and talk to the experts. They've got cosplay like they normally do as well. They got competitions and all that running. They have let's have a look. They bring in board games and everything. They were at Eurogame as well. There was a whole board game section, which was seen quite popular. The return of the video game carnival, laser pong, an amazing funcade, and much more. Test your skills. Enter many planned. There's lots of tournaments and that going on. Pro Evolution is going to be there, the new one. They're going to have massive buy-in zone like they normally do, and apparently they're having a giant LAN zone as well for PCs. So they have things like League of Legends and Counter-Strike and Doom and all that's going to be there. And I don't know whether you can see that. I don't know whether you can see it. They've got some of their stars from various TV shows like Rimmer and all that, and they've got Darth Vader and various other people going there. So it looks like they're trying to expand out a bit and making Play Expo into a big thing. So surprised I'm trying to get comics going there, do a bit of a Comic-Con thing. But I'm really looking forward to it, and it should be a really good day. So you never know, I might see some of you guys there. But anyway, this is Tune It Out. That's what I picked up this month. I'll probably do the same next month. If I pick up anything new next month, I'll chuck it on. So happy gaming. Catch you again.